me, the Pink House is very much the family as sort of a metaphor for society. It's not necessarily a metaphor. They are mirroring. The family is mirroring the society. I would claim that our times is the time of ego. More than ever, we are sort of controlled by our own egos, or we let our egos lead us. We always hear, follow your heart. All of us have social media accounts where we sort of expose our lives to others more often than not in as perfect way as we can. The people that should hold this family together, they are not prepared to sacrifice their egos for the sake of the whole family. That's what tears this family apart. I'm not interested in vilifying or sort of create here aspects of the script where it's definitely not the easy way out. I'm actually sort of most hopeful about Katie. She has the strength of knowing what she have been through and survived. In some way, she saves her little sister. Jeremy lives through different things. He's two of the strongest, visually most iconic scenes will be the scene where his friend gets shot, which is sort of a very big low, and also the party scene in sort of his friend's house, which is two entirely different worlds. The macho world of the drug dealers and spoiled brats and their sort of self-indulgent lifestyle. Clark, on the other hand, by being gay, he gets presented to other images of what you're supposed to be. Claire is sort of sunny side up. She's trying to achieve something, but at the same time, that is also indulgence of the ego. Peter is a really difficult character. What he does is so unimaginable. I sort of really like that the film touches the topic of pornography. The sort of failing marriage has sort of drawn him to pornography, where he's gotten sort of ideas that sort of create stuff in his head, or is it the other way around? That's what sort of have driven him and Claire apart. Most of the time he's a flawed individual, yes, but not, and he is capable of doing the right thing. One of my favorite moments is when Clark is coming out at his sort of farewell party, and the preacher is sort of reprimanding him. Peter, who is, to some extent the villain of this story, he's just, he's doing the right thing and saying that don't destroy this moment to the preacher. And, it's objectively the right thing to do, but it's the right thing to do done by sort of the most despicable person in the room.
I want to create work that is revelatory and emancipatory, that surfaces truth from the inside out, rather than bombarding people, with it from the outside in.
The profession that I like to compare the most to directing is conducting an orchestra. An actor, performer who does a lead character is like a soloist. Have to build up a trust to give them courage to know that what they're doing is enough.
I grew up in Oklahoma, but I had the good fortune to obtain my film degree from Stanford and to intern for Roger and Julie Corman, and I situate myself squarely amongst the American avant-garde. The Pink House is my response to a challenge that I often get when I go back home, which is, Tim, we know that this ideology is harmful, but how do we address it, or how do you address it in a way that can't be ignored?
The world sometimes is an echo chamber, opinions try to bounce back and forth and get sort of, art should be, in a way, pollution in the echo chamber. Art, when it works best, is like the particle accelerator that sort of bounces on atoms and splits them and so on, to infuse some diversity. I wanted to receive a massive audience and a bunch of awards and all that. Jokes aside, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to. Obviously, that would be the perfect outcome. Will it be good? Will it be great? Yes, it will. It has all the elements of really, really strong story, that can provoke a lot of thoughts.